Hi everyone, it's a big pleasure one more time to share with you another installment in Teacher Nehemias 2.0. This is Nehemias, Severino, your English teacher. Hola a todo el mundo, es un inmenso placer una vez más compartir con cada uno de ustedes una entrega de Profesor Nehemías 2.0. En esta ocasión vamos a trabajar con un aspecto muy importante con relación a lo que es el pasado simple del verbo to be. So we have here six points that we're going to develop in different videos. Aquí tenemos 6 puntos en el cual vamos a desarrollarlo en 6 videos. The first one is the past tense of be. El primero es el pasado del verbo to be. Number 2, statements and questions. Número 2, oraciones y preguntas. Number 3, there was and there were. Número 3, there was, había o hubo. There were, hubo o habían. Cómo podemos utilizar esta estructura en el pasado simple. Number 4, irregular and regular verbs. Número 4, verbos regulares e irregulares. Number 5, affirmative and negative statements in simple past. Número 5, oraciones afirmativas y negativas en pasado simple. Number 6, how to make questions with the auxiliary did. Número 6, cómo hacer preguntas con el auxiliar did. So let's get started. Vamos a comenzar. The first part you need to know is about the simple past tense of the verb to be. Lo primero que deben conocer es el pasado del verbo to be. Tenemos aquí dos formas, was and wasn't. Was afirmativo, wasn't negative, negativo. So in this case, we use 4 personal subjects for this form of the verb to be. Utilizamos 4 pronombres personales con estas dos formas del verbo to be. I, he, she, and it. I was, he was, she was, it was. Or in a negative form, en la forma negativa, I wasn't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't. So let's see this chart. Vamos a ver este cuadro. I was, repeat after me please, repitan después de mí por favor. I was significa yo era, yo estaba. I wasn't, that is the negative part, I wasn't, que es la forma negativa, significa yo no era, yo no estaba. He was, él era, él estaba. He wasn't, él no era, él no estaba. She was, ella era, ella estaba. She wasn't, ella no era, ella no estaba. And the last one, y la última, it was, eso era o eso estaba. It wasn't, eso no era, eso no estaba. So I'm going to share with you right now a couple of examples in order to put in practice what we have seen about the verb to be. En estos momentos quiero compartir con ustedes unos ejemplos y poner de manifiesto lo que he compartido con ustedes con relación al verbo to be. The first example, I was at school yesterday. I was at school yesterday. Yo estaba en la escuela ayer. Ustedes pueden ver que el verbo to be tiene dos significados. En este caso con el pronombre I was. Yo era, yo estaba. En este caso estamos hablando del lugar. I was at school yesterday. Yo estaba en la escuela ayer. Negative, negativo. I wasn't at school yesterday. Yo no estaba en la escuela ayer. Another example to share, otro ejemplo para compartir. He was a police officer. He was a police officer. Él era oficial de policía. Negative, he wasn't a police officer. He wasn't a police officer. Él no era oficial de policía. So let's continue here with another example. Vamos a continuar aquí con otro ejemplo. She was in Peru last year. She was in Peru last year. Ella estaba en Perú el año pasado. She wasn't in Peru last year. She wasn't in Peru last year. Ella no estaba en Perú el año pasado. Another example, otro ejemplo. It was raining. It was raining. Estaba lloviendo. The negative form, it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining. No estaba lloviendo. So, a piece of advice for you. Un consejo importante para ustedes. It's necessary to learn the meaning of this structure in the simple past tense. Es importante que ustedes aprendan esta tabla con sus significados. Because if you want to make affirmative statements or negative statements in this structure, so it's necessary, really important for you, in this case, to get in contact with this part of the grammar. Si ustedes quieren hacer oraciones correctas, afirmativas y negativas, en pasado simple, es importante que aprendan el significado de esta estructura. Por ejemplo, I was, yo era, yo estaba. I wasn't, yo no era, yo no estaba. So let's continue with the next part. Vamos a continuar con la próxima parte. Weren't, weren't. Weren't, que es la otra forma del pasado, del verbo to be. So in this case, we use weren't with the personal subjects you, we, and they. Utilizamos el were y el weren't con los siguientes pronombres personales. Con you, we, and they. You were, we were, they were. You weren't, we weren't, they weren't. So in this case, in this chapter, so you will have the meaning of this structure. En este cuadro van a ver lo que es el significado de estas estructuras. You were singular. You were en singular means significa tú eras o tú estabas. You weren't, the negative form, you weren't, la forma negativa, tú no eras o tú no eres, tú no estabas. You were plural, you were en la forma plural, porque recuerden que el pronombre you significa tanto tú como ustedes. Ustedes eran, ustedes estaban. You weren't, plural, ustedes no eran, ustedes no estaban. They were, ellos eran, ellos estaban. They weren't, ellos eran, ellos no estaban. And the last part, la última parte, we were. Okay, come on, let's go. Repeat after me. Vamos arriba, repitan después de mí. We were, nosotros éramos, nosotros estábamos. We weren't, nosotros no éramos, nosotros no estábamos. So it's really important for you to learn this chart. Es importante para ustedes aprenderse este cuadro. So let's go to the examples related about this chart. Vamos a ver los ejemplos relacionados con este cuadro. You were in the United States last year. You were in the United States last year. Tú estabas en los Estados Unidos el año pasado. The negative form, la forma negativa, you weren't in the United States last year. Tú no estabas en Estados Unidos el año pasado. So in this case, they were soccer players in 1979. They were soccer players in 1979. Ellos eran jugadores de fútbol en 1979. They weren't soccer players in 1979. Ellos no eran jugadores de fútbol en 1979. So this is the end of the first part about simple past tense of the verb to be. Esta es la parte final de la primera parte del verbo to be en pasado. Was, were. Hasta la próxima.